Bob, what should I do? It's an emergency. Please call me.
I'm on the train to my client's place, so I can't answer the phone. What's the emergency?
Bob, thank God, I got through to you. I just went outside because the delivery guy just came. There was a little girl in front of her house. I don't know, maybe she is 3 years old. While I was dealing with the courier, she came inside our house. I was going to call the police, but I asked her why she came to our house. She said, "You brought her here?" Is that true, Bob? Do you know something?
Yeah, I left her in front of her house. That kid is my sister's. She wants you to take care of her.
What? When did she get married? And she gave birth a few years ago, right? Never heard of it. I didn't even congratulate her.
Huh? Didn't I tell you? She lives out of the state, and we hardly ever see each other. She's so busy, she hardly ever visits our parents. The last time you saw her was at our wedding, right?
I think so.
Then it's been about 5 years, right? She could get married and had kids, right? I forgot to tell you because she didn't have a wedding. Besides, her husband cheated on her, and they divorced right away.
Well, then I understand what's going on. But why would you leave her child without telling me? Don't you feel sorry for this girl? Besides, I have a job too. I can't take care of her. You should have talked to me.
You started working from home last month, right? You're home all day, so you can take care of the kid, right?
You know, why do you think I can take care of the kid just because I work from home? My workload is the same as before. I have to work like hell to finish it. Of course it's impossible.
I knew it.
Huh? What?
I thought if I told you in advance, you'd say you wouldn't do it, so I didn't dare discuss it with you.
Of course I wouldn't. I mean, it's not that I don't want to. I'm just saying it's physically impossible. I'll talk to the company about the situation, and I'll take care of her today. But will she come to our house to pick her up? I mean, does she know where we live? Did she say what time she'll be here?
I didn't ask her what time, but she said she wants us to keep her for the rest of the month.
Huh? I thought it was just for today. And that's still more than 3 weeks. I can't have that. And it's going to be a problem with my work. Besides, I've never raised a child. You know that. So why did you take her in? And where is she?
You ask too many questions. You're annoying.
Huh. Suddenly I got this child and I don't know what's going on. Of course I have a lot of questions.
Okay, she went on an overseas trip.
Huh. Traveling. For almost a month. Leaving her kid behind. If she really wanted to go, she should have taken her kid.
She's been raising a child by herself. I think she just wanted to be alone and enjoy her freedom. Don't you get it?
I don't even have a chance to talk to her much at all.
You know, she has already left for overseas. You can't complain about that now, can you?
What? You make it sound like it's my fault. Is there anyone else who can take care of her? I want to discuss what to do starting tomorrow, so come home early today.
Oops. I almost forgot to say something important. I just remembered.
What's important?
I'm going on a business trip for the rest of the month. I've been so busy I forgot to tell you.
What? Don't forget to tell me something that important. And for a whole month? You're not going overseas, are you?
I have to go from one place to another all over the US. And I don't even know when I'll be able to move on to the next place, depending on how the work progresses.
Why now? If that's the case, I wish you hadn't taken her in. Isn't it terrible to just leave her with me?
You're the one being cruel. What do you mean, leaving her with me? She's my sister's child, so stop complaining and help her.
I can't do this alone. I've never raised a child before. I'll talk to Susan.
Absolutely not.
Huh? Why not?
She is old but still working, right? And she's been busy at work and not feeling well. We can't rely on her.
I see. So we can't rely on her either.
Don't worry. You are responsible and you can manage.
I don't think it's that simple.
Janet, I've just got to the station. I'm going to a client's office now, so I won't be able to text you. Then I'll count on you.
Hey, Bob. It's been a week since you left her with me. I've tried to call you several times, but I can't get through. And I sent you texts. They went unread. What the hell is going on here? I had no choice but to tell the company about the situation, and they understood me. They agreed to cut back on my work until she came back, but at the very least, you should ask me how I was doing. I'm at my limit. I've never raised a child before. No matter how much they've cut back on my work, it takes me so long to do anything. And even when this child cries, I don't know what she wants. Every day goes by so fast. And the next thing I know, the date has changed. I don't get to go to bed until 1 a.m. I'm so anxious that I can hardly sleep. My parents are gone, so I have no one else to turn to. I can't take it anymore. Bob, please text me. Susan, I heard you're not feeling well, and I'm really sorry to bother you, but I have something I want to discuss with you. Is now a good time? Janet, it's been a while. Of course, feel free to talk to me about anything. Also, I was wondering, what do you mean I'm not feeling well? Bob told me that you're not feeling well. He told me not to worry you. I really wanted to talk to you sooner. Why did he say that? I'm fine. Well, I'll ask him about it later. Talk to me about what? You can tell me anything. Actually, I was taken to the hospital and had to be hospitalized. Hospitalized? What happened? About 20 days ago, Bob left an unknown child in front of our house. Huh? Why would he do that? Who the hell is that child? I didn't know what was going on, so I immediately contacted him. He said it was his sister's child. What? My daughter's child? That can't be true. He said she went on an overseas trip. He wants me to take care of the child since she's raising her on her own. He says she should go on a trip abroad to relax. I have a job, and I said no, but I am now working from home. He said, you should definitely be able to take care of her. I'm going on a business trip for a month starting today. I'll count on you. I had never raised a child before, and I tried to do it my own way. I couldn't sleep for days on end, and I collapsed from exhaustion. I'm really sorry, Susan, but if you're not too sick, would it be possible for you to take care of the child until I get better? I've always had confidence in my health. I never thought I'd be hospitalized. I think my body has reached its limits. I'm going to ask you one more time to clear my head. Your sister-in-law is my daughter, right? Bob's sister? Yes. My daughter is still single, and of course, she doesn't have any kids. Huh? Then whose child is she? I'm confused too because I just heard this for the first time, and I don't know whose child you were keeping. All I know for sure is that she's not my daughter's. She lives far away from us, so I don't get to see her very often, but I saw her the other day, and she said she was trying to get married.
She told me that she went to an obstetrician and was told that it was difficult to have children, but she said she wants to get married as soon as possible and try to have a baby.
I'm getting confused.
Janet, where is that child now?
Right now, a colleague of mine is taking care of her for me. When I collapsed this morning, I knew I had to protect the child. I called my colleague in desperation, and she left the office and came to my house. She said, "I'll take care of the kid. Your job is to get well." She even called an ambulance. She saved me. But she has a family too, and I can't cause her any more trouble.
Janet, I'm on my way. Can you tell me your friend's address? Just tell her I'm on my way. I'll be there in 3 hours.
Are you sure? It's pretty far.
This is huge. I'm worried about you. Besides, you are going to need a change of clothes in the hospital. If you allow me to come into your house, I'll bring your clothes to the hospital.
Susan, that would be really helpful.
You don't have to worry about anything right now. I just want you to focus on getting better. I thought you should have called me sooner, but my son said I was sick, so you were very considerate and didn't call me. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, Susan. I'm grateful to you for just coming here right now. I can only thank you.
Thank you for saying that. Janet, I think you should get some rest. I'll call you when I get to the nearest station. You can lie down until then.
Thank you very much. I will do so.
Janet, I'm home. You're not working? Don't slack off when you say you're busy. Hey, Janet, where are you now? I won't forgive you if you drag her kid around for your own sake. Yeah, I called you to apologize. I was so busy with work that I didn't even notice my phone was off. When I turned on my cell phone, you called me and sent me messages a bunch of times. I must have received nearly 1,000 messages. I was stunned. If you see this message, contact me immediately, okay?
Bob, you little...
Mom, long time no see. What's up? Did I do something? Don't play dumb. I know everything. What are you talking about? I heard you just got home. What? How do you know? Because I'm with Janet right now. What? I'm at home right now, but you two aren't here. Where the hell are you? I'm at the hospital. What? Hospital? What the hell is going on? She collapsed from exhaustion and was hospitalized. Huh? Seriously? You know she's never raised a child before. You forced her to take care of the child. Besides, she's working too. You thought she'd take care of her because she's responsible and kind, didn't you? That's... You didn't want me to find out about the affair, so you made it impossible for her to rely on me. You said that I was sick. How can you lie about your mother being sick? That's really disgusting. And you pretend that she's your sister's child and you're on a trip with another woman? Your sister's still single and has no children. How can you lie like that? I was on a business trip the whole time. I'm sorry about the kid and I lied to you. But don't speculate and say things like that. Are you saying the business trip was real? You swear you didn't lie? Yes, I swear. You're helpless. What? That girl is the daughter of your ex-girlfriend from college. What? Why? I figured it out just by looking at her. She looked exactly like your ex-girlfriend. I had no idea you were still talking to her. How could you betray Janet like that? Well, where's the kid? She's with us. Good. She's a good girl. After Janet collapsed, I live at your house. I've been taking care of her. Janet must have taken good care of her these past few weeks. She wants to go to the hospital every day to visit her. So today, when I came to the hospital with her, I got a text from you. How did I know you were on a trip with your ex-girlfriend? Because I contacted her parents. What? You're kidding. How the hell did you know their contact information? Janet has friended your friend from college on social media who came to your wedding, so I got in touch with him through there. I reached out to someone who knew your ex-girlfriend well. And you went to all that trouble? I only connected with him this morning. Your ex-girlfriend is a single mom now. Her parents were told that she and her daughter were going on an overseas trip with her boyfriend. It never occurred to them that she was dating a married man, and that his wife was taking care of their grandchild. They cried and apologized over and over again. They're going to pick her up at the hospital. You should come to the hospital right now. I'm sending you the hospital's website now. It'll just take 10 minutes to get here. Oh, no. You guys know everything. Then I don't want to see you too. You're so pathetic. Why did you turn out to be like that? Maybe we didn't raise you right. Just come to the hospital. If you don't come, people will never forgive you. Okay. I'll be there. If you want forgiveness, leave the house now. I'll be right there. Mom, you tricked me. I was leaving the apartment to go to the hospital. Suddenly, a couple of guys in black grabbed me and put me in some kind of crazy car. Oh, thank God they got you. What's so great about that? Where are they taking me now? Who are these scary-looking people? They're taller than me, and they've got muscles too. Seriously scary. Have you ever heard of XYZ? What? They're famous for reforming delinquents, but they're rumored to be very strict. They're going to take me there? Well, yes, but it's a proper construction company. Actually, the president of that company and your dad have known each other for a long time. Dad told him about you and asked him to rehabilitate you. He said, if you're asking me, I'll do it. No way! I have to work! You're lying to me again. You got into trouble at work. You quit because you were too uncomfortable staying there. You took your severance pay and went on a trip with your ex-girlfriend. I know that. You know all that too? You need to get whipped into shape. You're not getting out of there until you're decent. It's useless trying to reach us. And you can't even contact us because they'll probably take your cell phone away in the first place. They'll take my cell phone too? I really don't like this. Somebody, please help me. Susan kept supporting me and I was able to leave the hospital. I asked a lawyer who knows my in-laws to file an alimony claim against Bob and his ex-girlfriend. The divorce was finalized. I was forced to take care of her child and had to be hospitalized because of it. I was paid a higher amount than the average for alimony. His ex-girlfriend's child will be raised by her parents. She is working diligently under the supervision of her parents' relatives' company every day. She is earning for the alimony she owes me. Bob's alimony will be paid to me from the salary he earns from his hard work at the construction company. I hope that his working hard every day at the company makes him reflect a little on the way he treated me. Allison, it's really unfortunate that your dad passed away. You must have had a hard time with the funeral and everything too. Now that everything is settled, with Dad's inheritance and all, take time to relax. Yeah, you're right. It's good that he quickly went to the other side. I never expected him to pass away from cancer in his 60s. I got lucky. What?
What are you talking about, Mom?
Do not call me Mom. Disgusting.
What?
My daughter is only Amy, who shares my blood. You are my husband's child. You are not my daughter.
Are you serious? What's going on? Did the shock of Dad's death drive you insane?
Shocked by his death? Of course not. I'm having a party with Amy today.
But you said it was unfortunate that he passed away.
I mean, it's a pity when I think about your future.
What do you mean?
Now that he's gone, there's no need to pretend anymore. I'm going to make you a slave in my house from today.
Huh? I don't understand. What do you mean by slave?
Earn money for me and Amy. Do all the housework for us. Do not disobey our orders. These are the 3 slave rules for you.
Mom, are you serious? Maybe your mental state is a bit off, and you're saying things you don't mean? Since you remarried Dad 10 years ago, the 4 of us have lived happily as a family, haven't we? Sure, we are not blood related, but you treated me as if I were your real daughter, didn't you?
It makes me sick to think about it. You look like his ex-wife. And you don't look like him at all. And you're ugly. Despite that, you act all smart and get into a prestigious university. Do you have any idea how much trouble you cost us?
I borrowed money for my tuition on a scholarship, and I worked part-time to cover the rest. I've been living alone since college days. I don't remember causing any trouble for my family.
Amy was compared to you all the time.
Huh?
She's such a pretty girl and should be loved by the whole world. Because her ugly older sister, you, went to university and acted like a genius. She's not getting the recognition she deserves because of rumors that she's not as good as you. Without you, she would have found a wealthy, highly educated man by now. She would have had a luxurious life. But because of you, she's broken down, depressed, and withdrawn. Poor Amy.
What is that? That's a false accusation. Amy couldn't go to university because the university she applied to was too challenging for her. And when she predictably didn't get in, she refused to attend a different university. I know she's at home without a job or not attending university, but she spends her days going out and having fun. It doesn't seem like she's depressed and withdrawn at all.
What do you know about her? To someone like you, it might sound like a small thing. But because of you, her life has been completely ruined. Now, you should take responsibility. You are going to spend the rest of your life as our slave. Now move back to our house and remember the 3 rules of being our slave.
No way, I won't do that. Now I understand your perspective. Our 10 years together was a lie. And, unfortunately, things turned out this way right after Dad's death. I'm not going back to the house ever again.
Oh, really? Are you sure that's a good idea?
What do you mean?
There are a lot of things that belong to your father in this house. I'm going to burn them all.
What?
I don't know much, but he used to write academic papers, right? I overheard at the funeral that they were planning to compile and present those papers. I'm going to grab a lighter right now and head to his room. While I'm at it, I'll also destroy and throw away all the photos of him and his important stuff.
Stop. Fine. I understand. I'm moving back to the house.
Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Remember, coming back to our house doesn't make you my daughter. You will be a slave to me and Amy. Is that clear? Answer me.
I understand.
Swear to God and promise me, from now on, you will live as our slave.
I promise. I will live as your and Amy's slave while I'm at my parents' house.
Good. Well then, hurry up and move over here.
Susan, did you eat the cake I bought this morning by any chance? I put it in the fridge.
I ate it just now. Is there a problem?
I bought it because Amy asked me to. It's from a famous shop that sells out quickly. I lined up in front of the shop from 6 a.m. to get it.
So what? It's gone. So why don't you just buy another one?
Amy is going to eat it when she gets back home today. The store is already closed. Why did you eat it without asking? I put a note saying it was Amy's and don't eat it without permission.
Huh? I don't know about that note. It was in my fridge. What's wrong with me eating something that's in my fridge?
Amy will be angry.
At you, yes.
What?
Just tell her that you ate it.
Why do I have to do that much? I woke up early and bought a cake with my own money before work. You eat it without asking, and I should take the blame? It doesn't make sense.
The 3 rules of being our slave. Earn money for me and Amy. Do all the housework for us. Do not disobey our orders. Do you want me to burn your dad's belongings now?
Don't. Okay. I won't say anything about the cake anymore.
Good. Also, where is my money for this month?
What? Didn't I give you and Amy $500 each yesterday?
What? That's it?
Yes.
What do you mean? There's no way this is enough.
Even if you say so, it's impossible. I'm already paying for the food, utilities, and daily necessities for both of you. I barely break even when comparing my monthly expenses and salary. Also, you have Dad's money, so $500 should be enough, right?
Don't talk back to me, you slave. There's no way this little money will be enough. Give each of us an additional $1,000. Of course, not just this month, but every month.
What? You mean you want me to give each of you $1,500 every month? That's too much.
I could burn your dad's belongings at any time.
Even if you threaten me, I can't do it. Considering my income, I can't afford $3,000 just for allowance.
You graduated from a prestigious university, but you can't afford this kind of money? Are you working a low-income job?
It's not about the income. The issue is that the two of you have excessive food expenses. Besides, I have my own life, so I can't spend my entire salary on the two of you.
I don't care about your life. Just give me an extra $1,000 every month. You are our slave. Slaves are not human beings. Asking for a human-like life is a big mistake.
Fine. I'll add an extra $1,000. I'll transfer it to your account.
Also, I want you to mow the yard today and clean out the storage room. Oh, also, I'm tired of the white plates we are using now, so get me a more colorful set of dishes.
Understood.
Hey, Allison, what on earth is going on?
What? I'm working right now. Can we talk later?
It's an emergency. I just got back from a tea party and our house was under demolition. Did you do this? I tried to get them to stop, but they kicked me out, telling me that outsiders are not allowed in here. This house is mine.
Huh? What are you misunderstanding? That house isn't yours.
What? Of course it's my house. My husband passed away, and I inherited this house.
I inherited it. That's what it says in Dad's will.
What? Did he leave a will? I've never heard of such a thing.
I mentioned it at the funeral. It seems neither Susan nor Amy were listening to me properly. The two of you inherited only a small amount of Dad's savings. The house, stocks, and other assets were all given to me, his daughter. Therefore, the house is mine, and I have the right to demolish it.
What? Why did he give the property to me, his wife? Amy is his daughter too. We should have an equal share of the inheritance with you.
What? Didn't you say the same thing before? That the only real daughter is the daughter by blood? I guess Dad thought the same thing. What are you so angry about?
The inheritance issue is a separate matter, isn't it? Deciding about money with just a little emotion isn't okay. It involves family's life.
Family? The only real family Dad had was me.
I'm his wife.
So what? Perhaps Dad had a sense of it too, about the true nature of you and Amy. When he got cancer and realized his life was short, he wrote in his will to leave most of the inheritance to me, to ensure that I could escape from the evil mother and daughter and live on my own.
What did you say? Even though you're a slave, you dare talk to us like that?
I'm not a slave. Did you forget what I said before?
What?
I said I would live as a slave while I was at my parents' home. Now that house is gone, I'm not a slave anymore.
Oh, really? But what about his belongings? If you tear the house down, it will be torn apart along with the house.
As for Dad's belongings, I've already moved them to a safe place.
What? When? I'm the only one who had the key to his room.
Well, you just shoved it in the back of a chest randomly. Thanks to that, even when I took the key, you didn't notice.
That can't be true. I checked every day to make sure it wasn't gone.
Of course, I didn't just take the key. I replaced it with a dummy. It looks the same, but it won't open. So if you tried to enter the study, you'd have noticed. But it seems you had no interest in Dad's belongings. I'm glad you didn't try to get into the room.
What the hell? Stop the demolition now.
No way. While you and Amy were out, I secretly took Dad's belongings. It took me 4 months, but I finally managed to take out everything. Finally, I can say goodbye to this crappy life by demolishing the house. It's been a really long time. The days were like hell, but thinking of Dad helped me endure. Dad's research papers and belongings will be entrusted to someone who truly cherishes him. I don't want to have anything to do with trash like you ever again.
Trash? You think to talk to me like that?
Why don't you worry about yourselves? I'm not going to stop the demolition. I will sell the vacant lot. You guys won't have anywhere to live. You've been spending the savings you inherited from Dad like a fool. There's not much left now, right? Both of you are unemployed. Ever thought about how you're going to get by from now on?
You should give me the money. $1,500 each month to me and Amy. That was the deal.
That was the deal while I was living in that house. But now that house is gone, and I've moved elsewhere. The deal's off.
You've got to be kidding me. You're ugly. You're a slave.
Well, you are probably thrilled that I'm gone now. Your pretty daughter Amy should be able to get the recognition she deserves now, right? If you're right, Amy will marry a wealthy man and have a luxurious life. Why don't you ask her to support you this time? Well then, goodbye.
Wait a minute. Wait, Allison.
With the family home being torn down and using up all the Dad's inheritance, Susan and Amy had to live in a cheap, shabby motel. Due to the lack of money, Both of them reluctantly decided to work. Susan, who had been a housewife for many years, and Amy, a high school graduate who had never worked in her life, could only manage low-paying part-time jobs. Even just living a normal life was a struggle. But the two, unable to shake off their past wasteful spending and luxury habits, in no time at all, they fell into a hell of debt. I entrusted the paper my dad left me to a professor at his university and asked him to present it. It brings me great joy that there are people who cherish my dad's achievements above all else.